Okay. The next morning, the contest resumes. No was injured too bad that they couldn't show up again, although some are a little more bruised than they were before. Definitely, nobody has to bow out. So the first contest is weaponry. The judge for this is Akoto Iko of the Lion Clan and Takeda Teshimoko himself from the Crane Clan are your judges there. And Teshimoko seems particularly focused on your footwork as you attempt to adapt to your opponent's technique. This will be a target number 2 martial arts melee check.
All right, I think I'll lead this group off.
Alrighty.
So I am actually going to pursue water on this.
Okay.
So I think what it sounds like that they're really looking for is someone who's balanced, someone who can, is flexible with what their opponent's doing and can keep an eye on what they're doing and kind of react to it.
Okay, sounds good.
So let me steal your dice here.
Absolutely.
I see you have 3 successes, 2 strife, and 2 opportunity.
And the strife are attached to 2 of the successes.
All right. I don't think I'm afraid of strife this round like I was last time. I think.
Well, yeah, you've got 12 composure.
Right. So I can keep 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Of your ring, whatever your ring is, yes, up to that number.
All right. So I will go ahead and what's the target number in this?
2.
2. I don't think I'm too worried about. And every additional success gives you an additional point, correct?
You get a point for succeeding. You get another point for using the approach the judge prefers,
okay.
And you get a 3rd point if you do better than the front runner.
All right. So I think what I'm going to do is just keep the 2 black die. One is just the straight success. The other is a success and a strife, and just kind of roll through with that.
Okay.
I will move up next. I actually have an actual fear of failure in this entire competition with how wonderful things went last week. So I'm going to go with perhaps a little bit of style over substance. I'm going to go with grace and precision. That is what my goal is, to truly show an example of fluid, beautiful movements.
Okay.
And so my goal is for air on this.
Sounds like it, yes.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Reach the dice. And I have no successes. A strife combined with opportunity on both times. So I'll just get the 1 failure dice and fail again.
Sounds like you're starting off the way you finished last week. And started off last week.
Our crane is not on his way to become a samurai.
No, there's actual fear now that I might have to go home with
All right, so
it's a rough road for Doji Ren.
Do you want to go next?
I will go next.
Go for it, Yoshi.
Okay, so I'm going to go in a balanced fashion, using my katana to strike and flow in and out of my stances.
Okay.
And so let's see.
You're looking for more earth or water with that? Because
I'm thinking more of a water.
Water? Okay.
And so let's see. So I roll. I have 1 in martial arts for weapon.
Okay.
So I pull, and then I'm using water. So that's 2 black and 1.
The black ones are the ring ones, and the white ones are the skill ones. Yes.
All right. And I have 2 success with 2 strife. So I will have to take the 2 success and the 2 strife in order to succeed.
Okay.
Are we doing these demonstrations against other people, or is this simply like a demonstration of how well we can wield the weapon?
It's a bit of both. As performance of the katanas, different forms of the weapon, and then it's sparring against somebody with it.
Okay, all in one roll.
Yes, all in one. And it doesn't have to be a sword. It can be a sword, a club, or a staff.
Okay, cool. But it does have to be a weapon.
It doesn't affect the roll, though, but yes, it has to be a weapon. It doesn't
Sure.
affect the dice used.
So I am going to take the approach of sharpened, direct movement, very intentional, and just very abrupt motion, going for the fire ring.
That sounds fiery, yeah.
I'm seeing 1 success, 2 opportunity, and one of those opportunity attached to a strife, as well as the 1 success.
Yes, so because I'm doing fire, those strife are going to turn into successes as well, and I wind up with 3.
Okay.
But I'll take 2 strife.
Why you chose fire. Make sure you succeed.
Okay.
I'm guessing water was the ring you were looking for there?
Yes, they were definitely looking for water there.
All right, so we get 3 points.
Do you?
Oh. Well, no,
you
2
get
points.
2.
2 points, yes, sorry. 2 points.
Continuing
Did
my-
you get the the highest score?
No, so
Nope.
I only get 2 points.
What is the highest score?
So that moves me to 9.
You have become samurai.
I am samurai. Me samurai, sir.
You needed 3 bonus successes to overcome them. I think you got 2 bonus successes.
Got you.
And another thing about unmasking is you don't have to do it immediately as soon as you exceed your composure. You can try to hold it together until you get to a resting point or you're further away from people, but if you do that, you cannot keep dice that show a strife symbol.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, that is good to know.
Cool. All right, next up, we got, 5 more of these?
A few more, yep. The next one is poetry.
I hope we have at least 4 more.
You're given an opportunity to change out of your clothing before you're led into the room to compose your poem there. You'll be given a topic and a few moments to compose a poem surrounding that topic there.
Does it involve a man from Nantucket?
It could. Your judges are Bayushi Mariko, Kitsuki Tai, and Hidagoro Haru. And Hidagoro Haru leans over, takes a puff of his pipe to come in and says, "It is not we who are the poets. It is the universe itself."
Ah.
So who wants to take a stab at poetry?
So, using my knowledge of the gods
Mhm.
and the general study of the kami, I of course look to the stars and the cosmos and the things that no one can understand to determine what poetry would be effective to the ears of all, and yet nobody at the same time.
That sounds like Void?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, and I have
This
to
is-
use composure, right?
It's a type 2 composition.
And I have to use composure.
Composition, yes.
Yep. I can't use theology.
No, I can't use
I
theology.
was wondering that too.
You're composing a poem, not necessarily a prayer.
Hey, look at that. So I ignore strife results because it's void, and I got 2 successes.
Nice.
So I have become samurai.
I would like to ask. I would saying how we've been given an opportunity to go back and to change, to clean up.
Yes.
I would like an opportunity to really show off and try to really represent myself and the idea of the poetry. I was wondering if I could somehow manage a design check to come in looking fabulous and give some bit more razzle dazzle to this affair in order to try to make it easier on the die roll.
This is a poetry slam, sir.
Yes, and I'm trying to come out there and wow them with my own, with my own look and style, in addition to the poetry I'll be adding to it.
Okay.
He wants to be a beautiful peacock.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm trying to be.
Okay, so you come in all fancy.
Yes, and again, I'm going to also attempt a void. I want to I'm an experienced poet.
You're a crane. Yeah.
Well, not just that. Not just a crane. I'm a writer. I'm a reader. I'm a teller of stories. And I'm going to stop and listen, and just try to bring about the true essence of the Gimpuku and what it means to myself and everyone else, and just bring about the feeling and coalesce the energy of this room into a single beautiful point.
Go for it.
Now, all that was me talking. Now we get to the die rolls, which historically have not been my friend.
It's kind of been your downfall in some cases.
So I need 2 black and a white. And I have 1 success and a opportunity. So I will fail.
It is a void roll. Think about your points. You now have your access to your...
Yeah, you can spend a void point to add in a black die.
I have forgotten that. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
I will go ahead and do that because I don't want to go home an embarrassment to my clan and family. However,
Too late for that.
Okay, then.
The void has spoken.
This is what I'm supposed to be good at, guys.
You only have 1 white die. That's all I have.
You had one job. One job.
And I have failed every time. I am well aware of this.
Oh, no.
He's getting a blue ribbon.
I better hold on to that last void. We have a couple more.
The blue ribbon says, come back next year.
Notice at the beginning of last session, I said, I'm going to be the Topaz champion. This week, it's just been, I don't want to fail.
Please let me,
Samurai or bust.
please let me win 1 roll. Let me be good
me
at
have
one.
a
Just want to
success.
do one thing.
And here in about 2 more events, it'll be...
That won't be the character. That will be me.
All right.
It'll be like
So-
Rodney Dangerfield.
Masoko is going to walk in and she's going to close her eyes. Poetry is not her strong suit, but she's almost going to draw from her inner self of combat in and of itself is typically poetry in motion. So she's going to draw on that as being more of her inspiration to try and kind of come from her center to recite some poetry.
Were you thinking more earth or void for this one?
Void.
Void.
I
Excellent.
heard the buzzword of centered.
Yeah.
Trying to be clear. And let's see exactly how terrible I am.
Ooh, I see one
It's an
explosion.
explosive
All
strife
right.
success.
So let me roll one more here.
That's an opportunity. Void point?
How many points do we need for this one?
Yeah, I'm going to
2?
go ahead and throw in my
Or
void
2.
point. Let's see what happens.
You got another opportunity.
Yeah, didn't work. Oh well.
Okay, so only the 1 success?
So what are these void points?
Okay.
You can spend them to throw in another black die.
I see.
Okay, Tuashi.
I will come in and I will sit before the judges and go into a meditative state. And I will pull in from my inner key and go into a little bit of a trance. We are born in the morning. Our end comes without warning. When our day is done, a good race hopefully we've run. Let's find out how good a race it was.
All right.
1 success, strife, and opportunity.
All right, so now I can throw in another die.
If you want to spend your
You
void
can
point,
spend
you
a
do
void
this.
point.
You get one void point you can spend this session.
And that's an explosive. Oh, that counts as success, though, doesn't it? Oh, no, that's a
That's an opportunity.
That's an
that's another
opportunity.
opportunity.
So you don't take any strife because it's a void roll.
All right, but that's all I can do?
Yep.
Yep.
You're already a samurai. You're just going for you're going for style now.
Yes, but he's in competition with me for the Topaz champion.
Just going for bonus points here.
All right.
Something's telling me that he's the only one that's won a single competition so far and taken top. I don't know if we're any of us are in the running for true Topaz Championship.
No, I don't think so.
I've taken the top. I took the top in the first one.
Did you?
Very first
Okay.
competition.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I had like
done
6
pretty well.
successes.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
right.
was crazy amount of successes, yeah. Okay. Well, the next subject is law. You were brought back to the gallery where you did actually you kept saying where the poetry thing was. It's the same kind of arena there. And you're asked questions about the legal system of Rokugan. It's in connect with the Celestial Order, so it's as much about theology as it is about law. And just before you enter the room, a judge brushes by you with a handful of scrolls. I hope you spent time studying for this, she says. The judges are Akoto Iko of the Lion, Asako Himiyama of the Phoenix Clan, and Bayushi Kiriko of the Scorpion. This is a target number 2. You can use government or theology for this one.
Ooh.
And how do they want us to do it?
I hope you spent time studying for this.
Oh.
Very well. I will step forward.
All right.
I will remember my. I am my father. He ran a ship. He was overseeing shipping and receiving in his land, and I have to remember the rules and regulations that I would have had to learn in order to step forth and learn how to take over this family business. I will use a thorough and let's say grounded approach to any question that they may bring me, particularly with my understanding of how government and rules in Rokugan function.
That sounds Earth.
That's what I'm going for.
Excellent. Hey.
Earth government.
Government. Excellent.
Because I'm guessing that's what they want. Who the heck knows? Government.
You can use government or theology, whichever you're better at.
That's another failure.
Oh, man.
You do have one more void point.
No, you only get
We
one.
only got one.
Oh,
It just says max
it says
2.
we got 2.
It says max 2, but he gave us 1.
Yeah, you have one.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So that's. I have failed once more.
Okay.
Yeah, with one success, and a opportunity.
Okay.
So there.
Okay.
I look good in failure.
Is that why you picked design?
Apparently.
Well, you haven't succeeded at this. You haven't embarrassed yourself yet either. You're just not quite hitting the full explanation that they're looking for these.
All right, so I approach,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my thorough, studious study. I'm laughing because it sounds dumb, but that's actually a part of my character's thing. Is like she has studied so much to become a Shugenja, and they've noticed how scholarly she is, but she wants to attain more power. And so, like, she's kind of, that's her at odds. Like, I want to be powerful, but I also know a lot of things, and they need, like, scholars. So what do? So my, I'm going to use my thorough study of the, again, the cosmos and the gods and the things that I know about them, and their role that they played in the creation of the laws of Rokugan. So my intention is to make an Earth theology.
Excellent.
Well, you got success.
You have succeeded with a lot of opportunity.
With a lot of opportunity. Well, because I'm using...
Oh, but wait, how many can you keep with Earth?
I can only keep 1, it
So-
turns out.
So how could you even succeed at this?
Don't worry about it.
Don't ignore the rules.
I'm working on something, guys. Don't
The
worry.
scholar has a plan.
My sixth sense, because I'm calling upon my wisdom of the mystical phenomena, allows me to re-roll up to 2 of my dice.
But that still doesn't allow you to keep more than...
Oh, but if he gets
But if one
a-
explodes-
But if I get explosions, I do get to keep extras.
Gotcha.
Which is why I wanted to roll so many white dice.
I see.
there's
I see an explosion. There we go.
Looky there. Looky there.
All right.
All right, so that's going to
Okay.
be...
That's still
and
two
it was a
success,
target number
right?
2, right?
Target number 2. You got your
That's a
successes.
success.
There we go.
Mr. Yoshi, I've caught up to you. Well, was Earth the desired ring?
Yes, it was.
Cool. Yoshi, I've surpassed you.
Well, thank you for sharing. For the rest of us that haven't
I
rolled,
hate to
but
tell you, I
yes.
have not gone yet this round.
Oh, no, that's true. I guess you probably have a high theology as well.
I have theology and
I think he does. Probably has
I
a
am
pretty high
also
Earth, too.
Earth.
Your farsight will not help you in this matter.
I am going to look at the judges from very far away.
Can he read the scrolls from where he's at?
I've decided to make this a
Maybe.
combat roll.
I'm going to fight the law.
Yes. However many holy words you read, however many you speak, what good will they do you if you do not act upon them?
I see a lot of opportunity from here.
It does absolutely no good.
How do you roll that many dice and not even get one success? And I think that's it. Yep. So just a total failure. All right, I guess you did catch up to me. or.
No, Yoshi, I have surpassed you.
So you say.
I just hope I'm still part of the party at the end of this.
All right. So
Don't worry,
able who thinks
you
he
can
is
carry
able.
our bags.
So
There is another way out.
being a lion, you know,
That's-
knowing that we are typically called on to be defenders and fighters for, you know, for the government, we have been thoroughly schooled in this. So I'm going to recall my training in as much detail as possible.
All right.
So I am going for an earth stamp to be as
Yes.
thorough as possible.
Using government or theology?
Government.
Government? Okay.
You got
That's
You
an
got
explosive
explosions.
success.
There's like 2
Two,
explosions.
And you got your
two
successes.
explosives on whites. One of them comes with a strife.
And then you have a strife success at the back and another success, so you could
Yeah, you could.
blow this away.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
you have 2 white successes that you can roll.
Let me get 2 more. I'm gonna
explosives.
roll these right here.
That's
That's another explosive and a success opportunity. So you can roll
Yep,
another
so
white
you
dice.
Got another.
Okay.
Are there there's still a limit on number of... Oh, you get to keep all...
That's
another...
another-
Right?
I'm trying to do this to where I can actually keep them separated here.
Well, we can move them out of the way. And there's another one you get to re-roll. Let's just move some of these out of the way to give you...
He's trying to keep all the...
Well,
ones
no,
he
you
can
can't. You
Well,
got to keep.
one of those went with the other explosion.
Yeah, this was
So-
an original.
All the blacks were original.
All the
Okay.
blacks
These
are
were the
original.
2 original
Yep.
Yeah, those,
dice.
the
And
original
those are the
explosions.
ones you're keeping, right?
Yeah. Those are all one explosion over there.
Well,
This
those
is
are
the
all-
second explosion.
All right, y'all are moving my dice around. I'm losing track of what I got.
No, we got you. Opportunity, yay!
Okay.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 2 of them have strife on them, but you don't have to keep either of them.
And you can get this for 7 successes because you can keep 3. That would be 1, 2, 3. 'cause
Oh, that's
all
true.
those are bonus. So you can have 7 successes.
Yeah,
with
we're
just
gonna go
2
that with
strife.
2 strife.
Yeah.
7
we're
Yeah,
successes. with
I
2
definitely
strife.
would, yes.
And I'm here.
We are beginning to wonder. But
Okay.
just remember this.
So, unlike today's world, the government knowledge actually works.
Yeah.
It comes in handy. And they also teach you how government works, and they expect you to know how government works.
Nowadays,
unlike
you
today's
don't even
society.
have to know how government works. To...
Oh,
Let's not.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
not-
I know.
let's not get into
That
too
is not this
political.
podcast.
Yeah, I know. I was.
okay. You moved into a large interior hall that's been cleared. The set of number of game boards there where you're lined up to all do battle in silence. The lion just kind of roams about, indicating its approval, curiosity, or satisfaction with different grunts or sighs, just noises that he makes. There's a time limit. Still play is punished with a sharp rap of the knuckles. The judge for this is Akoma Ikihara.
Okay.
And he studies the board with almost eager intensity. Just like on the battlefield, bold tactics bear results, he mumbles.
I am going to.
Time
you,
out.
you want to go ahead?
So,
Well, no, I'll
what
let you
is
go
the
here in a second.
competition?
I
I'm
just
not
want to
even sure.
ask.
This is Go. It's a game.
So,
Oh, okay.
so I can keep track of this. At 7 successes, did I completely win that one?
Yes, you did.
All right, so I got
Okay.
3.
Yes.
Now you have become samurai?
And then some.
Yeah, I'm going to sit at my game table and I'm going to aggressively attack it with a gambit of my own making.
Oh my!
As I attempt to approach the victory squares.
Go for
I
it.
don't even know how the game of Go works. It might be cards. I don't know.
No,
It's similar to Othello.
It's
If you
that
ever
black
played
and
that.
Okay,
white,
cool.
black and white stones
Yes,
game.
so that's the strategy that I'm going to employ is one that I've been working on with my mentor, and it's not one that's in any book as of yet.
Ah.
So I'm being inventive and ferocious. If you haven't gathered my,
It doesn't sound
my
like
meaning.
it.
So water then?
That is
but you
one
get to,
success.
No, but the strife counts as success if he's going
Yes,
fire.
strife
Fire,
counts
yeah.
as
So that's
success
two.
because I went with fire.
It's only
And
only
it was
need
a-
two
it
to
was a
succeed
team
here. Two.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take the 2
Okay.
and the extra strife.
If Percy's interested, I do have several real-world books about Go that are quite interesting.
I would love to learn how to play, but not enough to read a book.
Well, I'll just get this out of the way right
Alrighty.
after that. I'm just going to attack it. I have no idea how to play the game, so I'm just going to launch in there and start cards, riot dice, whatever it is.
Just start
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yes.
100% fairness. I tried to teach you in the first 2 minutes of this game,
That is true.
That's true.
and the
Yes.
crane and the lion stopped me with their weird
No,
talk.
we tried to. We stopped you from hustling him for all his money.
But also from teaching him how to play Go.
You're going to teach him how to lose at Go.
Not necessarily. He would know not to make the same mistakes twice.
And
Look what you
the
did.
opportunity was lost.
Oh wow.
Otherwise, I would know. So,
You had the opportunity to learn.
yeah, I know. And I forsook it. I just believe he is able who believes he is able.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. So we have
Very well. I
Lion
will.
and the Crane next.
I will attempt to do my winning strategy again, of just attacking this with the style of a crane. It will be an off. Like he said, I'm going offensive. I'm going bold moves, and particularly trying to incorporate the idea of feng shui style in my attack. Something that they might not expect.
It's going down in a blaze of glory.
According to the dice thus far, yes.
Okay.
The thing about feng shui is it's got a predictable symmetry about it.
Yes.
But I succeed!
Oh, you
Yay!
do.
Woo!
And one of those is an explosive success. You get to roll again.
You proved that you know how to play Go.
And another explosive success.
And another success.
So that consists of
And the strife
One,
counts as success.
two.
Oh, if you were doing fire.
which I was.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes.
Oh, you
Wow.
might actually become samurai.
Wow.
I'm going to have to take every single bit of strife on that board, because otherwise I have no chance of becoming a
It
samurai.
would have been really funny if you broke down crying from playing Go.
I think the stress is mounting.
I almost did.
Very good.
All right, so
Okay.
since this is not Masako's game here, obviously she did train a little bit in games, but there is a little bit of trickery that has to happen within combat, so it is kind of a gaming side. So she is going to go in this as fast and as quickly as possible to kind of try and completely disarm her opponent at this game.
Alrighty.
Oh, you actually have some skill in games.
Yeah,
huh?
he took it during the level up portion.
Which I can't say anything.
You got an
Explosive.
explosion
Yeah, you got
on
an
the white die.
explosion.
And a blank on the black die.
Well, all right, so
And a blank on the second
Yeah.
black die.
well, so it
We
didn't-
all should have taken his
Okay.
lessons in Go when we started.
I tried to teach you.
All right. The next one is archery. You're led outside to a
Was it
long.
fire?
It was fire. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're led outside to a long row of the training field. There are 3 lines drawn. You're given a bow and 3 arrows. You line up at the closest line, fire at the target, retreat to the next line, fire at the target, and by the third line and fire the target. So each shot becomes a little more difficult. You must hit 2 to 3 shots, and the closer to the center of the target, the better. The judges for this are Kakita Nomori of the Crane Clan. And he bows serenely. True archers understand the arrow knows the way to the target, he says.
So is this like if we use opportunity to get closer to the center, will we get more points? How's that kind of...
Now you just need to hit 2 or 3 times. The target number for this is 2, so
Okay.
2 hits. That's roughly how that's going to work.
Okay.
And the arrow knows where it's going.
Yes, the arrow knows the way. It's a popular saying among Rokugani archers.
Well, that means 100% of nothing to me.
Exactly.
I can't. I'm just going to have to go for try to succeed. So I'm going to go again for precision and grace, style, and fluid form of function.
Okay.
So I'm going
I
for
suppose
air.
precision makes sense.
And that is,
Got an explosive.
that is
I do.
explosive.
Yes.
Well, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Yes,
With more
I will-
strife. You don't
Okay.
have any choice.
I have no choice. I will have to accept the 2 successes, 1 strife, and 2 strife, and the saying I can take 3. I'll take this one to just look good doing it.
Okay.
And how does it work about holding off the strife and your breakdown until later?
You can't take dice that have strife on them.
How many more? How many more championships do we have in this?
I think there's just one more after this.
What do you need to
Yep.
be samurai?
I had 4 before.
You need 7, is it?
You need 8.
8.
8.
Oh, you had 4 before this?
Yes, I had
This
before today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Last year
I
you
got-
had 4.
Then you
Yeah.
got 3 last time, I'm assuming, on the last
did.
competition.
Yes, you did.
Because you got 8 successes.
Okay, excellent.
So
dominated.
you need
the
one
last one.
more.
So
So, right now, you're done.
I'll hold off on crying until
You have become
later.
samurai.
Yes.
Okay.
And
But
that-
you are samurai now.
Yes.
Alright.
That way I can fail as fate intends on the last whatever competition it is.
He breaks down weeping. I am a samurai.
And I will stand my ground and get a nice firm foundation to notch my arrows and shoot at the target.
Okay, that sounds like Earth.
It is.
Okay.
And,
I see 1 success at least.
yeah, but I get to reroll 2 because my keen sight, I'm
Excellent.
sure range would
Definitely works with archery,
work,
yes.
work with that. And I got, is that another strife? So I failed again.
Oh no.
Yep.
You know, if I can, I am going to take that back. I will at this point, when we have the announcement that I have succeeded, and when I've been able to calculate the points at the end of this, I will probably go, yes, my dream, the fear of having to go home, the opportunities that this provides us. I've done it, Father! I've done it.
Masoka's walking by going, huh.
Keep it together, man.
And thus my unseemly crying.
Yes.
Act like you've been there.
Act?
So Masoka's going to step up, and this time
Okay.
she's going to look at it, and she's used to close quarters combat. This is not her thing. So she's going to take it more of a, I'm going to stand, and I'm going to be balanced, and I'm going to just loose my arrow as steady as I possibly can be from as balanced of a position as possible. So I'm actually going for water.
Water? Okay. I see 1 explosive success. Yeah.
Explosive success and a success strife.
All right, so let me roll 1 more there, which is a blank.
Okay.
Okay, I
But
need the
you
2
succeeded?
successes, so I'll go ahead and take the strife.
Okay. Misawa.
Remind me how they asked us to accomplish this.
The arrow will know the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
The arrow knows the way to the target.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I show the arrow the way to the target. I aim directly and fire accurately and furiously.
Okay.
Whoa, you're going with...
I am going to use my void point.
Okay.
Why?
Well, because I only have one success right
You
now.
just said fire, right?
Well,
You
that's
have
true.
success with
Yeah,
the
that's
strife.
true. If I
Yeah.
only keep the one... Okay, yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll take the
You-
one strife.
Yeah. I was-
Okay.
My brain was still like, try to max it out. Max it out.
This math thing is hard.
Do
You need to win everything.
But you have one more. You may need it on the last one.
And I'm assuming that fire was not the ring they were hoping for.
No, it was not.
What was the ring they were hoping for?
Void.
That's what I thought.
I was gonna go with void.
Yeah, the archers and
Really?
they don't aim. It's all instinctive. You draw, you let go, you fire.
I
The
beg to
the arrow
differ.
knows the way.
That's the concept in Gokugan. You don't fire like Western.
I thought it was air. I thought it was you were looking more for the precise
Well, when
nature
you're
of it.
when
For-
you're
for
in
aiming,
combat
yes.
against 1,000 people, you just kind of let them go.
Especially when you're using rockets.
Well, the concept is unlike in a lot of the typical Western fantasy archery. You don't see someone stopping, taking aim, gently you just
Yeah,
Make
like
it-
you just did.
you just throw things everywhere when they land where they're supposed to. Much like that. You
Didn't
pull
spill it
the
all.
bow and just release when it's ready.
Well, see, and I guess I look at it more from my deer hunting, which is you're going to sit there and pull that sucker and hold it back for quite some time in most cases.
Which is a totally different style of archery from Rokugan.
Yes, and you have a compound bow that you can sit there and hold for a long period of time.
Oh, I've held a recurve before. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
All right.
Okay, the final test is hunting. You make your way into the forest. You have either a bow or a spear, so to bring back the most impressive game that you can find before sundown. Shugenja and monks are usually prescribed against killing of any sort, so you're supposed to bring back rare medicinal herbs. There. Keep alert, the judge says. The hares and bucks are quick to flee, so you have to spot them first.
I'll
This is
go.
a target number 2 survival check.
I'll go. So I'm going to use like as if I was stalking somebody from a trying to sneak up behind enemy lines or something like that. I'm going to be as cunning as possible to try and outwit my game. So I will be using my air approach,
Okay.
which is horrible.
All right.
As
Great in combat, horrible at sneaking.
I'm going. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
And I am used to hunting in the wild.
Yeah.
I will travel out and I will spy my prey from
aren't-
before they...
Well, you can look
Yeah,
for
you're supposed
for
to be looking
herbs.
for herbs.
For herbs, I know.
Yeah.
But you say that we need to see them before they see us, right?
The herbs.
No, well, you said that the bucks, you said be perceptive.
Yeah, be
Yes,
perceptive. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
that's for people who are trying to get a buck.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
I saw the buck. I brought you this wonderful mint.
I didn't like green food. I went after the animal.
Right. So I'm going to spot it from a long way away
All right.
to move in. You scan the,
That's about a specific plant amongst a field of plants.
Yeah,
Sure.
there we go. And let's see, I can re-roll 2 dice because I got no successes. So I could re-roll this too.
Any dice, I believe.
Any die. And there we go. And I'll
2
take a
successes.
strife.
Okay.
And in my approach to hunting, I will go for again flexibility. I know that a lot of people here, the game is going to be scarce. I'm going to move out. I'm going to go wherever I think I can see the best thing, and just try to listen to the forest and perceive what I can.
Okay.
If I haven't hit enough keywords, I'm going water.
Okay. I was kind of thinking water, but it might have been air as well, so I just...
This was survival, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
A success!
with more strife.
I had one breakdown.
Yeah, that's right. You reboot.
You have 1 success or 2 successes there?
Those are two
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 successes.
successes? Excellent.
All right, and so what were you going for?
Hang on, I haven't gone.
Oh, you
Yes,
haven't
hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Never mind. We can't let the cat out of the bag on this one.
And which one did you use again, Rick? What
I
sense?
used water.
Water.
Yeah, I am going to take an approach that involves me using my knowledge of the more mystical healing styles, kind of more herbalistic, holistic healing to find these herbs that they're looking for, using medicine instead of survival. Is that right? I think I heard that right.
I'm using survival for this.
Okay,
yeah.
just using survival. The way that was the description was
You're just
worded
trying to
made me
word it
think-
to where you can do medicine?
Well, no, my approach is the same whether it's medicine or survival.
Oh, okay.
I've got no skill in either.
Oh, hey.
I-
Okay.
I actually have the poetry skill, and I tried to get my design to give me an extra edge on that one, so I'm not going to hold
just
it
like
against them.
the way it was described said, like, well, Shugenjis and monks don't like hurting animals, so they might take a more like finding medicinal herbs instead. And so I took that to be medicine, but survival's fine. I have no skill in either skill.
Because you're still foraging.
Sure, for sure. But the point that I'm making is I'm being flexible with the way I'm looking, but I'm looking for things used in mystical healings.
Okay. So that sounds kind of watery?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be very watery.
Very watery? Okay.
Sounded watery to me.
Okay, great. So because I'm using mystical knowledge, I get to reroll 2 of those
Sure.
for my advantage. What I get?
Success.
Success with strife.
Success with strife and regular success.
Yeah.
Okay, no void point needed.
All right.
Great, I'll take him.
Apparently, after my breakdown, I was calm enough to just be able to succeed now.
Yeah,
The
great.
pressure was off.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
needed,
you got it.
All you needed to do was give me what I wanted. Which
You
was
just
to
needed a
cry.
good cry.
That's right. You did.
I'm saying the exact same thing.
He was
That's
using
what I
water.
needed.
All right. So what was the ring that they were looking for on that one?
Air.
Air.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Bollocks.
you're the only one that got it right.
I actually have a better die roll with air.
Do you really?
Mine's the same. I just needed to describe it a bit differently.
Mine was terrible, but the reality is I've already made what I needed to, so I just looked at it as let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
With his description, it could have gone either way, air or water, so I wasn't certain.
Yeah, because he mentioned perception too. So
Well, I keyed in on the you have to outsmart the animal.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was until they talked about being perceptive.
So to me, that was where, and I ignored the perceptive part of it. But to me, I yeah,
So you were not perceptive. Not the perceptive part of it.
unintended. Anyway, so yeah, that was the whole reason why I went down there and went with cunning.
All right.
Cool. All right. What
No,
happens
definitely
next?
works. Well, after the hunting trial, the judges meet. They compare the notes and tabulate the final standings. You return your lodgings to change into finery and prepare for the evening feast at the Summa Magistrate's estate.
But who's the Topaz champion?
They will announce that.
Oh,
at
okay,
the,
got it.
besides that, it does not matter who the Topaz champion is.
You only say that because you're not him.
No, I say that because victory breeds hatred. The defeated live in pain. Happily, the peaceful live, giving up victory and defeat.
Yeah. What he said.
And they're not going to just announce something like the Topaz Champion just in the middle of a field. There must be some pomp and circumstances,
Sure.
some celebration.
Sure, I know cranes are in charge. Whatever. Let's go.
I'm going to try to be the best looking dressed one there.
Alrighty.
That's not what I'm going for. I'll try not to smell.
Anything. I don't want to smell anything.
How did our friend the Mantis do? Do we know that?
We'll say he succeeded.
Ah, good. Asahi, you succeeded. You are samurai now.
Yes, actually, you all have made more than 8 points, so you all are samurai. Which was the purpose of the Gampuka celebration to begin with, to become acknowledged as a samurai as adults, and you all have achieved that. So.
Right.
Why my master wishes me to be samurai, I do not know.
Because that is your nature.
Is it?
The heavens think so. You disagree with the heavens?
No, I do not.
Who's he talking to? Do you guys know who he's talking to?
I think he's talking to the mantis.
As I say, as you walk and eat and travel, be where you are. Otherwise, you will miss most of your life. So I will enjoy the journey.
I don't know if your microphone picked up any of what you just said.
It might not have.
I'll try my best.
To coax it out. Yeah. All right. Well, the magistrate's estate is an elegant home overlooking the village. It's currently festooned with lanterns and packed with servants and guests. The house has all of its doors thrown open to the warm spring evening, transforming the interior into a massive feast hall around a central garden. A servant bows to you as you enter and escorts you to your seats at a long table along the side for the contestants. At the head of the table is Kakita Tashimoko, flanked to either side the town magistrate Kakita Kiyatsu and the priests from the contests. Kitsuki Yukimi and Bayushi Sugai stood across from him as honored guests, and each favors you with a glance to you as you reach your seat, a friendly one from Yukimi, and a dour glare from Sugai. Most of your fellow contestants are already here and enjoying the sake as well. Hitoshi seems to be muttering darkly into his cup, though. He does not think he did very well, even though he did pass. So y'all are in your finest clothes today. What do you guys look like? What is your dress attire for this?
I would be wearing green silk pants with actually a shirt, and that would be it.
The bottom of my kimono represents the ocean sea splashing against the rocks. Upon my left hip stands a crane, and the crane is painted up and along down the edge of the kimono. Its wings represent my the left sleeve of my kimono, and upon the right you see the clouds in the skies and a fluttering of a few seagulls upon my shoulder. You see my are we allowed to wear our mons yet?
Yes.
Okay, you see my my mons exquisitely displayed with the crane followed by the crane first, followed by family, and then the doji diplomat school.
Excellent. Asawa?
Yeah, I'm wearing a real nice silk kimono. It looks like the colorings of it shift in such a way that make it look as if it's on fire as I walk through the room.
Excellent.
But other than that, it's fairly plain. It's just made of that really shiny silk.
Mm-hmm.
And Masoka, or Masoko, sorry, I don't know why I want to keep calling her Masoka.
Because we play Star Wars too.
Right.
And that's just
Masoka
where
the
your head
damage
goes.
now.
Pretty much. So Masoka will be wearing a yellow silk kimono that at the bottom and the base of the kimono it almost looks like a dragon tail, but as it comes up and comes over the shoulder it turns into a lion's head.
Nice.
I approve.
I've got to change.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, once you're all seated, the gift procession begins. Every contestant will bring their gift that their family sent to them to present to Tashimoko for hosting this. They will go with the traditional order: the dragon, crab, unicorn, scorpion, phoenix, crane, and then lion. So you have a fellow dragon there with you, Itoshi, Mirumoto Hinata, and she's presented a book of stories and philosophies with some of the greatest, shinest thinkers among the dragon clan. And they follow the standard, Rogani protocol of offering the gift. Then he denies it politely. He offers it again. He denies it politely again. The third offering, he accepts it. That's the traditional Rokugani dealing of gifts. Yeah.
It would be an insult to reject a gift.
It would be. It also is an insult to accept it right away, too.
Yes.
You need to offer a little humility is kind of what this is.
Play a game.
Pretty much, yeah. You when in doubt for problem etiquette, pretty much always err on the side of politeness and humility, and you'll be just fine.
Yes.
Oh, in Rokugan, if you have a lot of courtiers of the party, that's when you start getting also things like the game of gifts, where you will anonymously give a gift to someone else, and then they have like a day to figure out who sent them this gift and give them a suitable return gift. Otherwise, they lose face.
Oh my gosh. Reminds me like an episode of The Office.
Kind of. Yeah.
Got an iPod.
Togashi was presenting his gift to Kakita Tashimoku.
Oh, I see. Yes. That's fair. We will bring some rare spice from high up in the mountain.
You can see your die rolls at least.
Yeah.
Right? There is a positive to what's going on here.
Spices and medicinal herbs, if I remember correctly.
It's known as the Tears of the Moon. You use it in your tea, and it gives kind of a minty flavor to it. Very rare.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
Oh.
Now that I've muted the email sounds on my computer.
Togashi steps forward and bows low and presents. Here you go. It is tears of the moon. We harvest it only at night under the full moon, and it gives a very nice flavor to your tea, Master. Thank you.
And what kind of impression were you going for with the position of this? This will determine what skill you use to roll.
Oh, I see.
Yes, we're going to roll for a presentation here, too.
Oh, I see. Probably just, very composed, to give the sense that, I'm solid and not easily, no flights of fancy or anything like that. Just, to represent my clan in the best possible light, so they would know that I was someone that they could count on.
Okay. So kind of a courtesy and etiquette kind of a check. Is that what you're thinking?
Probably so.
Okay. And what approach would you be using then? To the earth for the groundedness?
Probably so, yes.
Okay.
So I roll. No, 2 success.
Success is very nice. Maybe a little nervous. This is your first presentation as an official samurai to somebody of a very elevated status, but you compose yourself well. He's pleased.
I'm glad that I didn't start laughing and insulting him.
And next is the crab, Yusuke Jun, who presents a cask of Friendly Traveler sake. It's arguably the best sake in Rokugan. Moto Batbiara goes next. He presents a caged songbird that the unicorn found in far-off lands. Baishi Mei Lin follows them with incense and perfumes known to come from the Spice Islands. Tashimoku does not seem very happy with this. The Spice Islands is where the Mantis comes from, so he's not real pleased to see this here. And next up come the Phoenix, with Shiba Toya there presents a poem written in honor of the host in a stunning calligraphy. So Osawa, what did your family bring along?
Cool, so I get to present my own thing?
Yes, you do. Everybody gets to present their own gift.
I'm not presenting a poem?
You can?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I have brought with me a scroll that contains an expert's rendering, a drawing of the constellations picturing the kami, to be hung on a wall or used in academic purposes, like to learn. But at the end of the day, this is a gift that would make hopefully anyone smile, including the gods. It's one of my recently deceased mentors' prized possessions that they gave directly to me in the process of my learning.
Okay, so it has a high sentimental value to you.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, and I'm presenting it in a way that does not avoid the mystical nature of what I'm presenting. That these are things that have been thought about for centuries and generations, and will be continued to be thought about for centuries and generations to come, with little explanation as to how they actually exist.
So more of a theological or philosophical bent to the presentation.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. And goal of being the void ring.
Okay.
All right. I got explosive with strife, regular with strife, regular success, and
But luckily you're using void, so you don't have to worry about that strike.
correct.
Yes.
Correct. So definitely let's do the explosion.
Explode
Another
again.
explosion. Excellent.
Another
Followed by
explosion.
another one.
Followed by another one.
Wow. You need more dice.
I do. I need more dice.
You're doing so well you don't have enough dice.
Okay, that's where it ends.
Okay.
So 5 just from the explosions, and then
6 if you get that one right there.
I'll keep another one with opportunity.
Okay.
So I've got 1 opportunity. So I look really good while I'm doing it, but 6 total.
You do. You are very smooth and fluid at this, and this gift is clearly something he really, really appreciates and will value. You can tell it by his expression. Him aren't supposed to show a lot of emotion, but you can tell he's really, really pleased with this.
Good.
Next is Kakita Riku of the Crane, who presents with Twishimoku a broken practice sword. It's pretty much a worthless thing, but I was some kind of an inside joke because he laughs and smiles at this. And Doji Ren, what did your family send with you?
I bring forth a small wooden crane. It is I bring forth a small wooden crane. It is decorated with seashells. The wood itself is from one of the first ships that we had in Dawn of the Morning Mist Village, and it had crashed, but it had we saved some of it. So this wood represents the history and the tradition of the crane. The shells came from the very beach of the Dawn Mist, so it is our contribution and our raising up of the history of the crane and our contribution to the beauty of Rokugan, and we present this gift to you. I'm going to go with a sense of grace and style, move with a flowing precision, and try to represent everything that is good about the honor and dignity of interacting with the High Court. I'm going for air courtesy.
Excellent.
Nope, that was not an explosion. Yeah, that was
Those are
that.
opportunities.
Nope, I will go ahead and just I'll keep 2 successes, take 1 strife, and have 2 opportunity to just look good and ingratiate myself to our host.
Mm-hmm. You are definitely in your element here in court, presenting gifts, exchanging your favors. This is definitely where you belong, and it's obvious to Toshimoto. This is who you are and where you belong to be.
Despite all evidence of the past 2 days.
And finally, the lion. Kitsubakas presents an elegant jeweled fan that once belonged to one of Tashimoko's ancestors who had married into the Lion Clan.
Okay. And Masoko will approach, and she'll pull a small, ceremonial, highly decorated dagger out and present a blade that she has crafted herself. That has a design of the lion permeating the blade. So, now she has taken a very long time to work on this, and just trying to be as thorough as possible.
Okay.
So, it's going to be a smithing and earth roll.
Okay. Do you want the lion to be on the blade, or do you want it to be a crane because you're presenting it to the crane?
Well, I wanted a lion to be on.
Okay.
To be on the crane.
Here's a suggestion. Have a lion on the right side and a crane on the left. Because that way you have the strong right.
Guys, he's already forged the blade.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
That is
Yeah.
a lot of explosions.
We're going to have
is
some
indeed.
fun here. All
I think
right.
they like the lion.
I think so.
There's another explosion. Let's see. So we'll keep that one. All right. So that one is now blank. Okay. So I can keep 3 here.
So you can keep 3 from the original roll. You
Right,
can keep
yeah.
all the
Plus of
explosions.
the explosions if you so choose.
So that is 1 that I would get from that. I'm going to get rid of those 3 that are explosions.
Okay.
That one. And you know what? I really don't care about the strife. So, 4.
Okay. It was kind of a risk just having the lion on the blade that could have been perceived as a slight insult, but he is totally overcome by the craftsmanship and skill made to form this blade. He accepts it warmly.
So I was the only one that did not know that this was going to be a dice roll.
Well, you did go first, and after you went, we all
Yeah.
prepped for it.
Yes, exactly. I could have gotten 2 white dice in my roll.
It definitely worked out well, though.
I passed,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Can't complain at all. Yeah. Okay.
Again, like The Office. I didn't know this was a gift party. All I brought was I got some herbs.
I got some lint in my
stuff.
pocket.
If it's a crane party, it's a gift party.
After the line is finished presenting their gifts, servants mainly jump up and start serving the first course before anybody can enjoy the next portion of the meal. Hitoshi jumps out of his seat and just yells, "Enough!" knocking over a jar of rice. "I am not to be ignored, passed over, insulted at every turn. I do a gift for you, Kakita-sama." He points one accusing finger, and the hall rings out with silence. He says, "I challenge you to a duel." The entire hall goes silent.
I also go silent.
As does most of this room.
Okay.
No, I loudly slurp my miso.
"Very well," says Toshimoka after a painful silence. "I normally charge for lessons, but since you are so eager, I will make an exception." He stalks forward and you realize for the first time he has a similar lean and angry grace as Satoshi does. "Riku-chan," he bellows, "bring 2 practice swords." Kakita Riku leaps from her seat at your table and sprints out of the room, feet pattering into the night. Every few tense minutes she returns carrying 2 bakken. Toshimoka tosses one to Hitoshi. "A child's weapon for a child's tantrum," he sneers. Hitoshi says nothing, his face flushed with shame and rage. The 2 take their positions, bow, and then suddenly the duel is over in a single blur of motion. Toshimoka holds his bakken over his head. Hitoshi slumps to the ground, grabbing his wrist and struggling to keep him, crying out, "Here's your free lesson, child. Be faster." The 2 servants come by and escort Hitoshi out, and everybody resumes a rather uncomfortable dinner.
I didn't see that coming.
I did.
Well, the next morning, all the contestants are headed out there. Most of you have succeeded. The ones that have are now setting the stage for the Topaz Championship itself. It's a single elimination Iatsu dueling competition, fought with blunted steel swords. After each round, half of the contestants are eliminated until only one remains. That will be the Topaz Champion. There's a parallel competition for Shugenja known as a Teriyatsu. The winner of the Magic Grand competition has more points than the winner of the Yatsu duel. Then they become the Topaz champion. So it's a little different for Shugenja. They're too.
What about for the monks?
The monks are, I guess, allowed. They don't really get to do invocations the way the Teriyatsu do. They are allowed to duel with the rest of the time. They with practice swords, and monks do have some experience with that. Obviously, they're more proficient with hand to hand. So it's not very common for monks to become Topaz champions, but it has happened. Sure.
And that's where the dragon get weird again. Most times when you have a monk, they've foregone their place in society, but the dragon ended up being he's a monk too.
Yeah, he's also.
All right, cool.
Yep. The grounds are thronged with spectators, but the crowd seems subdued after the events of last night. A mild pallor hangs into the air. And the judges kind of get the impression this round is kind of be over with. The other side of the arena is the first contestants stride forward. It's Moto Batbayar and Boshi Mei Lin. They're with the lion judge Kodo Iko as the judge there. There's a bellow, the duel begins, and is over just as fast with Mei Lin the victor. Next up is Kakita Riku. Hitoshi was supposed to be her opponent, but his hand was too badly damaged to continue on. So she is facing Miramoto Hinata, the other dragon there. And Riku is first to the rack, picking what you presume to be her favorite weapon. It's got a distinctive blue and white wrapping around the hilt. Again, Kodo Iko bellows for the round to begin, and the 2 contestants proceed to the center, bow swiftly, assume their stances. Okay. Riku's sword turns out to be a real blade, honed to razor sharpness. It cuts through the unprotected dragon flesh exactly as she had been planning to murder him. Blood sprays everywhere, and she kind of gasps in shock and surprise as the dragon falls to the ground. Healers rush out, chaos breaks out all over the place, and you see a slender figure kind of moving towards the front gate with a sword over his back, which has a blue and white wrapping pretty much identical to Riku's blade. And you see that Kasugi Yakumi has noticed this as well. What do?
Follow.
I will sprint towards the man who is trying to sneak away.
The champions are here, right? Like for our houses or whatever?
No, the clan champions are not here.
Okay, who would I look to, like, as a position of authority for, like, what should I do?
Kakita Yumiki.
I look to her.
The Topaz champion.
Just kind of confused, like, what do we do here? Do I... I even maybe make a couple of hand gestures, like, do I go? What do I do?
Do what? Okay. Go.
Okay, so that individual, are they still holding that particular sword?
Yes.
Okay.
He's kind of over the back and they're headed towards the front gate.
Well, I mean the one that was just in the fight that just killed the dragon.
She drops it. She's kind of shocked, surprised. She drops her sword and
Okay.
just kind of stands there for a bit.
Okay, so seeing that she's shocked, I am going to kind of follow the monk and flank the monk on the way, trying to sprint towards the individual trying to sneak out of here with a sword that looks the same.
Okay. You kind of see the rack where the contestants taking their blades from that were supposed to be the practice blades. Kakita Yumiki points to a different rack and says, "Grab something useful," and goes after him.
Okay. So I'm sprinting, using all my physical strength to catch up. I'm going to try to delay him.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing the same, chasing after the man who's leaving. I'm going to try to do the same thing, but with a different approach. I'm trying to understand where he's going to be. Hopefully he can... I just want to try to figure out a way to get there first, if I can.
Okay.
Shortcut, move around, hopefully he gets distracted. Maybe I can get something above the crowd in whatever opportunity I can see to move through gracefully.
Okay. I'm presuming you're grabbing from the rack as you go?
Yes, if I guess.
Okay. Yes, you'll have opportunity to grab a sword from the rack as you move by it.
Okay. So we wouldn't have our katanas on us?
You don't have real katanas yet. You had the practice ones from before.
It says it on the character
It
sheet,
says on
but
the
we
sheet.
had not yet been actually earned our katanas.
Because
see,
this is
I
where
see.
you grab the actual katanas.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
We would be gifted our katanas after the Gimpuku.
Got you.
All right, I do the same. I run and grab my katana and chase after.
Do we need to roll any
but
athletics or anything?
But I am going to, as I kind of get up next to where, like, has this person broken away from the crowd?
He's still kind of in the crowd. He hasn't fully left the grounds yet, but he is definitely headed towards the gate. He's got a bit of a head start on you.
Okay, as soon as I get to the other side of the crowd, like kind of where there's nothing between me and him, I'm going to unleash my Tempest of Air.
Okay.
Is that now? Does that happen right
You
now?
have a tempest of air?
I do.
Like, what part of your body does that tempest of air emit from?
You don't want to know.
He is the spleen.
Is there a range limit for that spell? How far it reaches?
It's minimum range 2, max 3.
Okay. Because he's at 3 from you right now.
Yeah.
So he's not quite close enough for that spell to be effective.
Well, if he's at 3, then I can hit him. It's range 3 is the max.
Okay, yeah, he's just outside of range.
Oh, okay. So he's at range 4.
Right.
Gotcha. Man, this guy walks fast. We're all sprinting, and he was sauntering.
You're fighting through a panicking crowd, and he was on the other side of the panicking crowd, so it takes you a little bit to get to him.
Can I
These
use
peasants need to learn when samurai are running, they move.
Can I use my athletics to get through the crowd quicker?
You definitely can make an athletics check as your first one, yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask if I can, because I had assumed, kind of like everyone else, that I still had my own katana at this point, right? So I would like to ask if I can retcon that I did grab my katana and sprint after him.
Grab a ton from the rack, sure.
Right. Well, I think that's what he said a second ago.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure
the
that.
opportunity to do that.
Yeah. So I actually am going to see just exactly how well this works.
Okay.
I'm going to let out Lord Akoto's roar at him.
All right. Is there a range for that listed as well, or is it just?
0 to 1, so he's way out of range.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
okay.
you could get all the people out of our way.
I don't think stressing everybody out is a good thing. So I'll just continue to I'll continue to chase him.
Speaking of stress, do I still have 5 strife?
No, Eldritch Strife has been cleared.
Okay.
Oh, all our strife has been
Well,
cleared?
half. We changed the scene, so half of it's gone.
And we round up or down?
Round down, so you have a smaller number. Round up a smaller number. So he's not moving very, very quickly. You might be able to make some good ground on him.
Okay, so
Now, as soon as I'm in range,
Yes.
because I need to do this before anybody else is up there. Because if I don't roll opportunity, you get hit too.
okay.
So, yeah. So basically, everything within 2 to 3 range of me gets wailed on by my Tempest of Air. Cool. And I am going to use my one with the element school ability to reduce the target number by 1.
Okay.
Normally, I make a target number 3 theology air check, targeting everyone at range 2 to 3. If I succeed, each target suffers 2 damage.
Okay.
And I can spend 2 opportunity to exclude a character from those effects.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There.
And that's an opportunity success and a regular success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So I'll keep those 2, and that'll be success because of my school ability. It reduces a theology check by 1.
Okay.
So, blam!
Wow.
Gust of wind. And I do it with a flourish with the katana that I've now got. Kind of uppercut in the air and push wind directly at him.
And I charge full speed ahead. What is that horrible smell?
Sulfur deposit.
You've been holding that one a long time. Alright. Okay, so we have an explosion.
What are you doing? You're just rolling dice.
I'm trying to catch him.
Oh, okay.
He said he's trying to barrel
Gotcha.
through it, but like segment
I
forward.
see.
Okay, so I can keep 2, right?
You can actually keep that, and
Yeah, you
That
keep
because
2 of
that's
your
a
original
success.
roll, and then this one you can choose
Exactly.
to keep if you
So
want.
I can keep that and make 3 success with an opportunity and 1 strife.
Mhm.
yes.
Alright, so basically I'm trying to catch him.
Okay, you're definitely gaining on him.
And while he's just kind of barreling through, I'm wanting to effectively swim through the crowd. Use my knowledge of people and use my knowledge of basically courtesy and grace to be able to quickly move through the crowd faster than he can move out of the crowd.
Okay.
Okay.
Although he's already on the other side of the crowd, headed across.
Well, at least,
the bridge, so you were trying to get to.
yeah, I'm
So
trying to be able to swim through the crowd to move at a good speed to try to catch up to him.
So how many how close would I have gotten to him? Because
You would have jumped 2
Because he
range
had
bands ahead of
2
him?
range bands. And
That was a lot of successes there.
right.
You normally you have 1 range band for your turn, but you rolled really well. Water gives you an additional move because you don't have to necessarily roll to move. So you're definitely able to keep up with them and gain ground on them. I would say you moved to at least 2 range bands.
Okay, so I would be 1 range band away from him now. Well, he
Yeah.
was 4, so I would.
He
be
was
2.
4, you're now 2.
I'm now 2. Okay.
I got 2 successes and 2 opportunity.
Okay.
I would let obviously I use the successes to get it in advance, and I like to use the opportunity to have an easier time of moving forward. People saying, "Oh wait, look, someone important is coming through. Let's give him way." Use samurai, please coming through. I need to come through now.
Yep. They can tell you're in the mission, and they just kind of part away. They give you a free, clear way through.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to try and be a little bit more perceptive about what's happening with the crowd. And I'm going to use my tactics to actually kind of give them directions on how to split to let our group get through.
Okay.
So a command.
Excellent.
Oh, and also the strife I took, I was using fire,
Mhm.
so the strife would have been another success.
Counts
That
as
would have been
successes?
4 successes. Okay.
Don't the 3 of you get tired of winning all the time?
I don't use fire that much. No, not really. Though,
Never get tired of winning.
well, actually, since you asked.
I do have something to say on this subject.
Okay. So I do get a success with 1 strife, and since it was water-based, I'm going to use that additional action to try and close again.
To move again. Okay. And they were already parting pretty good for Doji Ran to get out of the way, and out of his way, and you kind of being there was a little bit of a stumble, but you were able to gain some ground to keep up with everybody. And once he's across the bridge, there's a little more buildings and alleyways, so he's going to try to sneak and get lost in the alleys. Okay. So he's a pretty decent job of being sneaky.
Okay.
So I'm going to make an air skullduggery check to keep up with him.
An air skullduggery check.
I don't think I do it.
No.
That's 2 critical successes.
And
so
it has
let's
to be
roll.
air.
Because he's kind of bobbing and weaving around, buildings and people and structures.
Wouldn't it be perception?
Seems
So
more
that
water.
would be water.
Would it be water? It says air in here, but water does make more sense to me. You can do
Okay.
water or air if you like.
I think it's more precision than perception.
Yeah.
It's about keeping up with him, not like finding him. He's not lost to you yet.
It's and the idea of kind of wait, where would he have gone? He'd have gone here,
Ah, okay.
and that gives
course,
me
if I can
3
see him.
successes. By the way,
Excellent. Yep, and you can use your vision talent for this definitely. 'Cause you're trying to perceive.
I did see squat.
You're following them.
All right, I had a success, but now if I re-roll 2 dice, do I lose that die, or do I just because I can re-roll
Well,
up to 2
you
dice?
can't re-roll a die that's not there. It's re-rolling, not rolling new ones.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you could re-roll that one to try to get an explosive.
Yeah, but then I might lose the success.
Can I give him my void point?
I guess I would have a void point too. How many successes did I need? Or just does it say?
We'll say 1.
Okay, because I only had
It's
1.
just 1. Yeah.
Okay, so I can
So
still
you
see
make
it.
it.
So now that was just to see him. Do we still get to do an action?
Well, that was to keep up
That
with
was
him.
keep up with him as he bobbed and weaved through
Got you,
the
got you.
buildings and structures. And all
So
sorts
we
of
can't
stuff.
really gain on him.
We'll probably get another band on him with enough successes, but you don't lose any ground on him.
Okay.
So.
Of course, if keeping up with him is all air, and if keeping up with him is all air, I'm going to lose him really quick.
Once he clears, he puts on a final burst of speed to just try to get away from you guys.
He
And
doesn't.
He does awful. He kind of stumbles and trips, so this is your chance to grab him.
Can I, if I use like a tempest of air here, would it fling a bunch of boxes and things at him? Like as we're stumbling through this alleyway or whatever? Like is there enough light debris that my tempest of air can shove it into him and maybe make him fall over?
There's definitely dirt and small pebbles and loose twigs and that sort of thing from the ground here too. This is.
I'm within.
It's a cross I have to bear.
it sounds like it's a cross he will have to bear.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, if
sacrifice,
I'm gonna get hit,
sacrifice is never easy.
if I'm going to get hit anyway, let me see if I can catch him before you throw that. I'm paying attention to the ground in front of me.
Okay.
To make sure that I spot anything that might trip me up, and I'm still.
Doing earth or water?
I'm figuring Earth.
Earth. Okay.
And let's see. So we'll re-roll these 2. So there's 2 successes with 1 strife, and I can keep 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would only be 1 opportunity, which. And he got nothing, so I got 2 successes. Do I catch him?
You're definitely able to catch up to him.
Okay.
He did not do well.
I'm going to also just try to sprint ahead instead of just barreling through. I'm going for again grace and precision. Be able to just leap from here to there and just in a smooth style move forward.
Parkour.
Kind of. Hoping for air.
Air. Go for it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jiminy Cricket.
I'm going to explode in strife anyway, so I'm going to keep everything.
I caught him! Oh my gosh, I caught him!
You can't do this to my Kabuko! This is a beautiful thing.
So if I do 2 strengths, presenting gifts and running.
Gracefully.
I look beautiful crying doing it.
He skips through the crowd. Oh. As his crane kimono flaps in the breeze. Do we have a breeze?
Again, I'm just gonna be as steady as possible because I didn't see him where he snuck off to, but I did see where my monk friend went.
Absolutely, you can see where they're
So I'm steadily heading over to where he's at.
Okay.
Follow the sound of the sobs.
And not the car.
Yeah. But not in Sweden.
Alright, so I'm assuming I'm going to use a fitness.
Excellent.
Well, at least there's an explosive there.
That one's loaded too.
Well, that's what I was talking
Oh,
about.
that's one. Okay.
So let me do this. Which,
Like an opportunity in this, right?
yeah, I'm not going to carry those, so I'll just carry those and take one strife with 2 successes.
Okay. You're able to catch up and see where everybody is now.
Okay.
I'm going to use my.
How far out am I from him? Or is it more than one?
You're like a range band away now.
Okay.
I'm going to use my knowledge of gaming to find an inventive way to do this. I'm going to use. I'm going to.
Pole
So.
vaulting, you know?
So I've
I like
seen.
my metagaming role now.
I've seen many people, many opponents across from me attempt to run away with their key piece before, and so I know that the best way to do this.
If you're creative enough, it'll work.
The best way to do this is to head him off.
Just keep talking till you see the GM go like this.
The best way to do this is to head him off and to get in the way of what he's trying to do in the running. So I'm going to try to guess where he's going based on what I know about the city and things like that, and make the right move.
Okay.
Is my goal. I imagine it's going to be a pretty high target number.
Yeah, because
To
you've
do
never been here before,
exactly.
so you're not really sure how the city
Exactly.
is.
But I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay.
Using my knowledge of clothes and design, I know how fast.
You did try that. You did try it. It wasn't quite as applicable as it is here.
You look good doing it.
Yeah.
You do.
Do I though?
What was his target number? You said it was hard.
It's going to be more difficult. Yeah, it was supposed to be, originally was 1, it's going to be 2.
Yeah.
Doing something kind of difficult.
Cool. Well, then I'll use a void point. There it is.
There we go.
Got the 2 with the strife.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know if I like catch up to them, but I definitely get in the right direction.
So you can see us, or
I get to where like I know I'm prepped for what's coming.
It's not like a separate alley, but you can kind of see you're almost like a little courtyard. He's kind of veering off to one side, and you can see they've piled, storage crates of some sort there, and you're able to maneuver around those, kind of get on the side of them. But now that you found him, you find he's not alone. Your friends from the bar are here.
I had a feeling.
Yes. And they too now have real swords.
you have dishonored the tournament, sir. You must return with us.
Cool. So are we like starting real initiative at this
Real
point?
initiative this time, yes.
Cool. So what do we do for that?
Roll your tactics and add it to your vigilance.
Now I am.
Where do I find tactics?
Marshall.
It's under Marshall.
Marshall.
Now I am regretting not taking the one combat tactic I had on my sheet.
I'm going to do a fire approach to my initiative.
Excellent.
So I'm going to be holding back tears for the entire ordeal because
Okay.
I'm now at 6. But that does give me 3 successes, so it puts me at 5 vigilance.
All right.
And I look good doing it. I swing around that corner. I see all like 3 of them or whatever. And my sword is already ready. And the flames on my silk kimono look very vibrant. That's my opportunity.
And I plant my feet in front of him. And
Are you ignoring the guy that you were chasing now?
no, this is
Okay.
the guy. I'm planting my feet in front of that guy
Oh, okay.
to stop, so he can't run away, and try to move me like the mountain. So I guess I get 1 success.
Plus your vigilance.
Oh, which is
Up top.
Is it 2 or 3 for you?
right there. Yes, so that's 3 success.
3. All right.
I'm gonna just kind of plant right where I'm at and take as steady of a position, getting ready to strike.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna have some fun.
Wow. You were the exploding lion tonight.
3 explosions on that die roll. And another explosion.
No lions were hurt in the process of making this podcast.
Okay.
Some bandits might be,
Now I need
however.
to add that one from that explosion, and it blanked.
Okay.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Wow.
And it was tactics plus the stance that we chose, was it?
Yeah.
Attacks roll plus your vigilance.
Vigilance.
Now, if you roll strife on this, you still count strife on the initiative roll.
We won't for initiative now.
Okay.
Unless you're doing the fire stance and it counts as successes, then we'll take those successes. But I'm not going to do strife for initiative.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm not ready to break down.
Okay, excellent.
I was going to challenge somebody to a fight.
You still can.
I mean,
That's what we're doing. I think that's what we came for.
The crane got a 1. We have a 1.
Plus your vigilance.
So you got a 4?
I got a 4, yes.
Okay. Well, Dakota, you get to go first.
all right. So now we're going to pull it out. And let's see. I said pull it out, not whip it out, sir.
Okay, big
The
difference.
difference is negligible.
Hey. Get your mind out of the gutters.
If you met us.
I am
Yeah,
fighting.
really.
I'm only fighting with a phallic symbol here, sir. Just get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. Anyway. So
Like your weapon is, or the opponent? I don't understand.
both.
Okay, got it.
I'm trying to connect both. All right. So at this point, I will go ahead and let out Lord Dakota's Roar, which says, once per game session, as an action, you may make a target number 1 command void check, targeting each hostile character within range band 0 to 1. If you succeed, each takes and suffers 4 strife.
Excellent. Go for it.
Make them cry.
That's right. Let's see some of those exploding die again. You got 1 success.
Doesn't
That's what
matter.
you
There's
needed.
1 success. That's what I needed.
That's all I need. Okay.
So every one of those suckers takes 4.
They'll kind of stagger a little bit into the weight of you. You all can clearly see now that the head of this is Bayushi Sugai. Who's surprised? Is the Scorpion's the bad guy?
The one that I talked to?
No, not the contestant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a Sahi?
This is Bayushi Sugai,
Oh, okay.
the Emerald Champion runner-up from last year.
Got you. Oh, he had a vendetta.
Okay, and Asawa, you get to go next.
All right. How many of them are in front of me?
There's Bayushi Sugai and 4 ruffians.
Great. I'm going to get them all.
Okay.
Does that include us?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm gonna back up to where these guys are barely in range 3, but my friends are not. I'm gonna full D&D it.
You are kind of flanking off the side, so it's
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
it's not unreasonable.
2
Let's see, one,
exploding. There's 2.
And another explosion. Bless you.
Dankeschön.
Okay, so I'm keeping these 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm. And this explosion came from that explosion.
Yep. And the opportunity came from that explosion. Oh, but the strife.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna max out strife here, but so I don't need to keep this. 3 successes. Yeah, 3 successes. So that means I get it. I hit all of them that are in range for 2 damage.
Okay.
And my strife is maxed.
And they're all buffeted around between the roar and your explosion of air. the Ruffians are kind of not really expecting this, and they're just kind of shaking and almost tipping back a little bit, but Sugai is still defiant. Doji, you get to go.
Remember which stance you use, because it has effects
It does
during
affect-
combat. So, like, right now, anybody that tries to attack me or do anything to me adds +1 to their target number because I'm in an air stance.
And attacking, striding forward with a cool grace, and tears streaming down my face.
That's Grace under fire for certain.
There we go.
The weeping warrior will approach the scorpion and attack.
Okay.
With 2 successes and a opportunity.
Okay.
Well,
2
because
opportunities.
you
gets a
used
critical.
you unmasked.
Yes, so I'm restarting, I believe.
That's just weird.
And the Ashton Katana now does 4 damage instead of 2, so you have 4 as the base for that, plus 2 successes.
For 6
So
damage.
you do 6 damage. Okay.
So, how do you fail the melee check?
You don't get any successes. If you don't hit, you don't get to do the damage.
Okay, but do you need a certain number of successes in order to hit? I'm just curious. Like, I just don't know. There are many things about. Like I said, I haven't read the rule book that came with the base game. So
For this, we're just doing 1. For different opponents, it'll be different.
Okay.
The more powerful opponents, the trickier it'll be to hit them.
okay,
For example, you and me have a target number of 2 because we're in air stance.
because we're using it right, and that's what I was kind of getting at. Is like,
Yeah.
how many successes do they need to get in order to start hitting me?
Well, the question's really kind of moved at this point, because with the Jody's stunning attacks, Sugai goes down and the ruffians flee.
Oh,
Yeah, they're just not ready for this, and they take off. They're running.
what a wuss!
I'm going to try to catch one of them.
Okay.
Was Sugai the one that had the sword?
Yes. He
Okay.
He was the guy you were chasing, and the ruffians were waiting an ambush for you.
So can I catch one of them or hit one of them, or how does that work?
The Weeping Warrior strikes again. You become the Garam Topaz Championship because of that swing.
You passed gas. I yelled at him, and he swacked him with a sword.
I know. Exactly. So which
Ryan.
one of those looks
Yeah.
heroic?
Yeah, they're running away. You want to try to run them down?
I'm going to try to run one of them down, yes.
How fast are they running?
Ooh.
Pretty damn
They're
fast.
pretty quick. They're definitely afeared of you guys. Yeah, they're running pretty good. With a good roll, I might be able to catch one though.
So, and I can only keep 3, right? So 3 successes and a opportunity. But I don't.
Okay.
That still wasn't as many. Well, I don't know how many they got to keep.
Well, one of theirs was an explosion. So.
Yeah. So they get to keep 3, or they get to keep 2 because that's the ring plus the explosion. So yeah.
Okay.
So you almost get when you kind of get your fingers caught in his Komodo, and it just isn't enough to get a good grip. They're motivated by fear. It can be a powerful
force.
Yes.
Okay.
Then Yukimi comes around from the side. The current Topaz champion sees what you've accomplished, nods, and says, "Help me get him up."
I do so.
We do.
And I do point out there were a bunch of Ronin that ran that way.
She will send the magistrates after them. They will be rounded up in short order.
Mm.
You return to the tournament grounds with a bloody and defeated Boshi Tsugai in tow to find Riku Grim preparing to commit ritual suicide for accidentally injuring her opponent. Toshimoka stands nearby. His face looks carved in stone. When he sees you, his expression changes to surprise. "Hold," he commands. "There is clearly more going on here than what it appeared." Then he looks to you for an explanation.
We have evidence of the scorpion's treachery.
I
That-
checked the sword that the scorpion was holding.
Mhm.
Is it dull?
Yes, he had the practice sword. They were switched.
Okay. The swords were switched. I didn't want to make that accusation without, like, the hard evidence.
You have the word of a samurai. What more evidence do you need? Because I passed.
I wouldn't expect anything less from someone who failed the law test.
I got a D, but I passed.
As he wipes tears away.
Okay, you successfully thwarted the Scorpion's attempt to interfere with the championship, Topaz Championship. That's the adventure.
All right, so
We don't get to know who's the Topaz champion?
yes,
Come on, man.
it's not you.
It is. You don't know.
Yeah, I do. It's not any of us, I'm sure. We all barely passed.
No.
What did
I
you
passed
have?
with a 14.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! So
I
then
actually had
you-
15 for you.
Oh, then I had 15.
Well, then
Doji
maybe.
passed with a 9. Congratulations, sir. You are a crying samurai.
The Weeping Warrior.
Yes.
Yes.
Akoto and Togashi both had 10.
Yeah.
So you both succeeded as well. And Isawa was 15.
I am the Topaz
So
champion.
That's
You
fire.
are the Topaz champion.
What? Oh, that was enough to become the Topaz champion? That was better than all the other contestants?
Not really,
Oh.
but for our
For
purposes.
this purposes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and...
I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah, we skipped the duel.
all right, great. We'll
Yeah.
start about 2 range bands back from each other.
Good. Then I can use my keen sight.
It does list who was the front runner by how many successes you need to do better than them, and for most of them you only need 1 success to beat them, occasionally 2, and rarely there's only 1 where you needed 3 to do better than they did, and
Really? It
you
was
all
that
blew
easy?
everybody away. Yeah,
Wow.
So yeah, you
Cool.
literally
really, really well.
the 15 honestly obliterated everyone, and I passed.
Yes, you did.
Good job. And that's all you needed. All right, cool. Well, thanks so much for listening to Legend of the Five Rings. This has been, well, that didn't work. Chris, sign us off, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you listen to the podcast, you know I don't know what I'm doing either.
That's why we're here.
But it worked.
And for those of you that will be watching the video, you can tell that definitely didn't work.
Oh, gosh, it didn't.
No.
And I
you
would-
got problems.
And Knuckles, your guest player today, would like to thank everyone for allowing me to come on. It has been amazing fun. Chris, in particular, thank you for letting me experience this new edition. And for all of those of you out there in Radio Land, you have a wonderful day, night, and life.